someone who may be more leaning towards the serial type of killer. I know through my sources they are working very hard now to make a determination as to whether or not Bryan Kohberger is responsible for other unsolved or cold case murders. So it is very common with respect to someone who has this type of fetish with respect to stalking these type of individuals and then carrying out these heinous acts.
This is Reporter Room with Jessica Della Davies.
Happy holidays, Reporter Room investigators. It's great to see you. Thank you so much for joining me here on Reporter Room. Today, we're going to be talking about the Bryan Kohberger case. We have so much stuff to get into. So we have the new motion filed by prosecutor Bill Thompson and his prosecution team, and they want the trial set for this summer. So Judge did set a date for the trial. Let's get into it. If you haven't already hit your notification bell, please do. I'm going to be airing this trial on my channel. So if you live in another country or you live in the United States, but maybe not in the correct time zone, go ahead and subscribe to Reporter Room. We're going to be watching the trial here together as a true crime community on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. The defense team has had a major setback. They wanted the grand jury indictment completely thrown out by Judge John Judge. However, he denied it and described their motion as, quote, creative, which in my opinion was throwing a little bit of shade at the defense team, or maybe this was the nicest way he could come up with describing this motion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section below. And let me know what you think about the house being torn down at 1122 King Road. Is this a bad idea for the defense team? Is this a bad idea for the prosecution team? Whether you're pro-prosecution or pro-defense, or maybe you're on the fence, all opinions are welcome. Just please share them in a respectful manner with each other. Okay, so there's new signs up also outside the 1122 King Road house. It's only on that side of the street, and it's no parking is allowed from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. on December 28th and 29th, or between January 2nd and the 5th. So I think that's really interesting. Now, it does inform drivers that there's free parking at a campus lot nearby. And we know that the landlord of the 1122 King Road house, the owner of the property, did donate this property to the University of Idaho, who seems very anxious to tear down the building. So we know it's supposed to come down on December 28th. And apparently the building has been under guard 24/7 since November 13th of 2022 when the crimes were committed. So it's probably costing a lot of money to keep the house up and going. Everything I'm sharing with you is my opinion, and opinions are not facts. So please don't send any negativity to anyone. Let's be kind to each other. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. The prosecution has made some statements. I know the defense team has made some statements. I say we take all of it with a pinch of salt and just see what shakes out in the trial, because I think that this case is going to be primarily a circumstantial case, and this means that the prosecution is going to be building it piece by piece, brick by brick, until they have their case done and dusted. The JonBenet series that I started was immediately demonetized as soon as it went up. As soon as the premiere was over, YouTube demonetized it, and it doesn't have anything graphic. It's a podcast, so I'm not sure why that happened, but I'm moving the JonBenet Ramsey series over onto Patreon if you would like to see part 2. So let's talk about Christy and Steve Gonzalez and Xander Canodal's family all say that they believe that this house at 1122 King Road should remain standing until after the trial. And this is so that jurors can have an opportunity to go through the house and look at it firsthand, or maybe they want to go around the outside and see what you can view from looking from that parking lot that's located behind the 1122 King Road house. How well can you see in the windows at night in the parking lot? They might want to know that, or even in the daytime. Now, this is going to be turned into a beautiful memorial garden, and I am learning that architecture students from the University of Idaho are creating this memorial garden for the Idaho students who lived at the 112 King Road house and other classmates who met with tragic ends while also attending the University of Idaho. I think they're going to have the phone pings, and I think they're going to have some more videos that we haven't seen of either Bryan in that Hyundai Elantra driving to or driving from the crime scene, or maybe something that specifically identifies the particular Hyundai Elantra that was caught on video as belonging to Bryan Kohberger, like showing the tag license plate on his vehicle. What do you think? What do you think about the alibi that the defense is putting forward? Do you think this alibi is enough for you? Do you think that Ann Taylor is going to come forward with a different alibi? She said that Bryan Kohberger likes to take long drives. And in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, let me know what you think in the comment section below, because I have some really smart subscribers. I think that she had to put him in the car. I think that there is some kind of video evidence that perhaps proves that it was his car going to or leaving the crime scene. She was forced to place him in the car. Ann Taylor said that Bryan Kohberger liked to take long drives. Okay, so he was taking long drives leading up to November 13th of 2022. But what happened on November 14th all the way through till when he went home to Albrightsville, Pennsylvania with his dad? Was Bryan still taking long drives in his Hyundai Elantra, or did the drive suddenly stop? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. We have been thinking this whole time that Maddie was the target. However, after doing some more research, I have learned that Kaylee might have been the target in this, because she posted this infamous photo of herself at the house with the roommates and Ethan. So she posted this on social media at around 8 p.m., hours before she was done away with. So did the perpetrator know she was home, and was she the target? Thank you so much for watching today. Happy holidays to you and yours, and Merry Christmas. All I want for Christmas is for you to subscribe.